Welcome to Ophiuchus Tarot. We are back again with another channel message for the collective. But before we jump right in and get started, I just want to take a moment, say hi, and welcome to new subscribers. I am so happy to have you on board with us. Thank you for becoming part of the Ophiuchus tribe. As always, it is an absolute honor and blessing to read for each and every single one of you. That being said, we're going to jump in, see what Spirit has in store for you all today. I always ask Spirit for the most important stories to step forward, the most pressing matters to rise to the surface, so that way you all can grab what you need. I want that, whatever it is. All right, we have the moon. Some type of secret. You know, I feel like there's a secret that's been struggling to get to the surface. I don't know. I keep hearing it all comes out in the wash. It's like on repeat. And I feel like there's going to be a reason to celebrate. You know, if I almost kind of get the feeling that someone was trying to cause problems for you, they may have started some type of a gossip, and it all stems from lies is what I can gather here. And I feel like it's really kind of gummed up the works in your forward movement. I do feel like this has to do with relationships. I do feel like somebody wanted your top spot, and so they kind of said some things that were not quite on the up and up, especially with this moon energy. I hear sub-level. So it's like, I don't know if this person did so out of insecurity or competition, but I just feel like whatever this is, this lie is slowly making its way to the surface. So you may get wind of something. This may be a whole friend group that you walked away from or that you kind of got pushed out of. I want to say that whatever the lies were, I want to say the deceit was big. This could have been from a friend as well. I feel like the thing is, you're doing good, you're looking good, you're shining, you're talented. You may stand out for those talents. You know, you just may shine for all the right reasons. And I feel like others felt like they couldn't compete with you. And when you can't compete because you don't compare, you know, you have to find another leg up. And I feel like that's what this person did. They chose the bottom feeder route, and they really tried to cause some problems because they weren't feeling secure enough with who they are or what they stood for, right? So they had to bring you down some way, because if you're showing up like this Nine of Pentacles, I mean, who wouldn't want the opportunity with you, right? So it's like, I can see why. Of course, I kind of feel like I'm standing in your energy. It's like, I just can't see why. It's like, why would you do that, right? I feel like this is all something that you didn't see. You might have been like pushed out of a situation and not even known why. It's like, what the heck even happened there is kind of what I'm feeling like. Yeah, you just can't see what it is. It's like, it's all here, but it's like you're missing that key ingredient or that key piece of the puzzle. It was someone that I feel like maybe you thought was a friend. And this person could have been a friend, but I feel like it's admiration turned sour. This person maybe got a little jealous of you because of the way you shine, because of the way you stand out, because of your stability, your abundance in life, right? Whatever that is for you. Yeah, there was a falling out here. I feel like where you went out of this situation, you balanced yourself out. You focused on your physical things in life. I feel like that's what you've been doing, right? I feel it's like you kind of got to the point where you're like, oh, well, I guess that's just not, you know, it's not my place, right? I feel like Spirit sometimes gets us out of a situation or kicks us out of a situation. Normally a tower is divine's redirection. So I kind of feel like in this particular situation, that's what this was. Divine wanted to redirect you, wanted you to focus on yourself and stand in your stability, right? 1 foot emotionally stable, 1 foot stable on land. So your physicality and all the things you're working on. It's like Spirit says, you know what, this situation is looking like it's going downhill. Let's pull our collective person out and put them in their own lane so they can proceed to win, right? It's like where they're going or where they're heading, they can't see. They're leading towards a bigger disaster. So we're going to pull them out while there's still time for them to balance themselves or right themselves, right? Sometimes that's what it looks like in the spiritual, and what it actually looks like in the physical is something goes wrong. There's a tower moment, everything falls down and crashes down around your ears, and you're like, well, I guess that situation wasn't for me. Spirit's like, we dodged a bullet, right? You might not have seen where it was actually heading. It could have been so much worse, I want to say, than it was allowed to be because Spirit pulled you out. Yeah, so you're single, you're emotionally fulfilled, all on your own, feeling very abundant. I want to say high on the hog. We kind of love that. I love to see you sitting in that energy. You're single, you're ready to mingle as well. You could be ready to share a cup. You've got a lot to offer, right? Yeah, I feel like you're passionate about moving forward. You may have a lot of people coming towards you. I don't know if you're just shining even more so now that you're not kind of wrapped up in that other energy. I do feel like you have new potential suitors coming in. Could be a handful of them. I mean, could be up to 8 people who might be interested. They could step forward in like little groups. Like you might notice 4 at a time are kind of interested in kind of scoping you out, or 2 at a time, right? But I've noticed that you're out and about, or you're going to be. Yeah, it's, you know, there are a lot of people out there that could see happiness with you. Why? Because you stand tall in your personal power. Why? Because you're stable and grounded. You're connected. You've got this, I hear other. You've got other. It's like you've got more than the rest have to offer, and it shows. It's like there's something more about you. They might not be able to put their finger on it, but I feel like it's your, I want to say it's part of your, I want to say spiritual being that's kind of shining through. A lot may not be able to pick up on it and kind of figure out what it is, but it's something inside of you, right? It's a vibration that you carry with you. Yeah, it's magnetizing in these opportunities with soulmates. I feel like you've got a really sweet one coming in. I feel like you actually have the right one coming in. Let's see. What can you tell me about this, Spirit? It's somebody that wants to put the work in, somebody that's rushing in your direction. Yeah, because they want a 4 of Wands with you. They want stability. They want something maybe long-lasting. Okay, this could be an opportunity for a long-lasting type of situation. Now, these types of situations will come in. There'll be an offer for stability and longevity. You don't have to take it if you're not ready for it, right? A lot of times we say, oh, here it comes, and it's going to be, you know, your forever thing. I feel like when this energy comes in, it's showing that it could go the long haul. Not that it has to, right? But I feel like if that's what you're looking for, the opportunity is here for 2 people to put in the effort and energy to take it into the future, right? It's not just a given or an automatic. There has to be some work put in on both your ends, right? To make something become what it should be. Yeah, I heard loyalty and truth when I touched this card. So it's like, I do kind of feel like this person has an honest heart. They'll be truthful with you. They're not the type that you're going to have to worry about, right? Nobody wants that type of relationship where they have to worry about what the other person is doing, right? It's like you can put your trust and faith in this person because you know they're not going to do you wrong. I feel like that's the type of energy that's coming in. This person does have a mind for the future. They see you as being that empress, or that you could be that empress. You'll never believe. I just can't. I love when this happens. It's like this person sees that they could become the highest version of themselves with you. They see that you've got that end all be all type of energy. So, you know, this started out as a situation where maybe there was gossip and a falling out, and then you go and you stand on your own. You become your strongest version of self. You're really out there shining, and you find what you do need, what you could want, right? I think Spirit's way of saying all that happened so this could happen, right? It's like we had to take you out of a certain situation. You may have gone through a rocky patch or a little bit of a lonely patch. If you were, you know, outside of a friend group where, you know, there was a comfort zone, or maybe you had been friends with these people for years, right? It just kind of seems like that had to break down. So there was room for the real good stuff to come in. And Spirit's just trying to tell you that's what was going on. It's like we wanted to put you in alignment with your highest course, right? And I feel like that's what's going on here. It could be coming in very, very soon, and it could lead to something very stable, very secure. It could lead you to the highest version of yourself, just like this person. I feel like it's a fantastic opportunity coming in your direction, collective. I love to see it. This person's going to be coming forward very soon with a solid offer, right? Really wanting to give this a try, wanting to offer a cup. I love it. I feel like this person's been looking in on you for quite a while as well. There could be a lot of suitors, so I want to say utilize your discernment. It's like I feel like one's going to stick out in the right ways more than the others, right? And I want to say you'll know when you see them. I just feel like you'll know when you see this person. All right. It's good energy. I mean, it's a shame that you had to go through all of that muck in the beginning, that somebody had to do you wrong. But I feel like Spirit's saying, you know, your rejection was for your protection and for the highest good of all, you know, when it comes around to it. So I kind of love it. They're putting you in your most beautiful energy yet. All right. Ooh, I'm excited. We have the Dragon deck today, which means new energies are pouring in for the collective. We're going to hop in here. I feel like one of my favorite decks might have something for you all today. So let's see. I was drawn to this one this morning. Ooh, spiritual energy coming in. Coming in, I heard like the crack of a whip. So it's like, I feel like it's going to startle you. You know, I'm not going to lie and say that spiritual awakening is this beautiful experience with no pain and it's just fantastic. It is fantastic and it is beautiful, but it doesn't come without pain. It comes with growing pains, right? And I heard the crack of a whip for a reason. Sometimes growth hurts, right? I hear a roundabout blessing. It's like, sometimes something happens to us where, again, it's that same type of energy, and I'm tethering it to the beginning. Spirit's trying to put it out there for you all to kind of pick up, right? Sometimes we have experiences that really hurt, that really make us have to stand on our own, and we have to cry those tears, and it doesn't look like a good thing until it looks like a good thing. And a lot of times it doesn't look like a good thing until we're staring at it while it's in the rear view mirror. We look at it in retrospect and see that if this particular bad thing hadn't have happened, we wouldn't be where we're standing now, right? So it's like, it's a roundabout blessing. It takes a while to see that this too is in fact a blessing, right? I feel like you're going to be moving forward very swiftly, very soon with this new energy. I almost kind of want to liken this to a tower. I don't know if you've just come from that tower. I don't know if something major tower-like is in your here and now. Yeah, because we've got Phoenix energy. I want to say it's going to happen very quickly. And I also want to say you'll be moving forward very quickly from this situation and rebirthing into a more powerful energy, right? Yeah, it's a very quick process. They keep wanting to get that out there. It's a quick process. You may have somebody on the other end with this Cobra energy, hissing and spitting mad. I feel like the fact that you had such a quick turnover, the fact that you're back on track and Spirit keeps you 10 steps ahead is irking this person. Yeah, they wanted to see you suffer. They wanted to see you pick at the bones, like there's nothing left for you. This person, I kind of get the feeling that they wanted to end you in some way. It's like they wanted to stop you, but Spirit's like, no, 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 no. See, that's not how it's going to work. We protect our golden egg, right? I feel like you've got a lot of spirit at your back. You're doing great work. I want to say you're a spiritual person. I want to see you're say you're tuned in, tapped in, turned up, right? And Spirit notices that. Spirit sees what you do. You mirror out this divine energy out there for the collective of the people around you, right? And you can mirror that out in all sorts of ways, through your work or through just your being or your being in a certain place. I feel like there are a lot of ways to share divine energy. But I feel like you're here for divine purpose, and I want to say you're fulfilling that. So it's like this person may have had it out for you, but Spirit's got a real keen eye. They see that way beforehand, right? And it's like, they're like, oh no, we just need a little extra padding on this side, a little extra padding over here, right? To keep our golden egg safe and warm, 10 steps ahead. I feel like you're picking up what Spirit is putting down. So it's like, it may come through in all sorts of ways. You may decide that you need to up your protection, right? You may need to learn how to shield yourself energetically. You may have to remember to cut those cords and clear that energy. You may need to really decide who's right for your life and who's not. This could be in the physical. It's like this person, I notice that every time they come around, they don't make me feel good. I walk away feeling exhausted, but I had a good time, right? Didn't I have a good time? It's those types of people. And it might be a very physical thing. You might need to say, this person's energy and my energy, it's just like a vibe thing. We just don't mesh, or it just doesn't go. It's just not working, right? It could be someone that tugs on your energy or tugs on your heartstrings, and they always need you to fill them up. I want to say this could be a physicality thing that has to do with your energy, right? You are the emperor, empress in your life. I want to say, don't forget to hire, fire, and promote accordingly. If something is not giving back to you, there should be reciprocity at this stage, right? And I want to say, if something's not giving to you, it might be time to kind of give it a little distance. Or sometimes people just need time to adjust, need to see with clarity. Sometimes you need to speak your truth and give someone the opportunity to change, because sometimes people don't see what they're doing, right? Everybody's here on a learning and growing journey. So there's no judgment, no hate, right? It's just understanding that. And I feel like I'm talking to someone, you collective, who understands that that's what it is, right? So it's like, I can tell you what I need from you. And it's up to you if you want to rise to the occasion. But it's like, until then, I have to tell you what I need and what I want and what I don't, right? And if you fit in there, that's great. If you don't, it's okay. You might not be my person, right? Whether it's a friend, it could be a family member that kind of gives you a lot of problems, right? I don't know who it is for you. But I want to say, Spirit's offering you these pearls of wisdom. It's like you understand these things, these beautiful understandings. They're giving you this sight so you can see things on a deeper level. It's like, so you can even understand the cobras, right? I feel like that's what Spirit's trying to say. It's like, you can feel bad for someone, you can wish the best for them and send them a packet in a different direction, right? It's like, I hope everything works out for you over there, right? If you need to protect yourself in this situation, because sometimes, I don't, I do talk about this quite often. I don't do or back return to sender energy. I just don't do it. I don't feel like it is the right thing to do. I feel like when you don't know better, it's okay, right? If you're trying to defend yourself and you return that energy to the sender. But I feel like I'm talking to people who are on a different level here. And I want to say, yeah, I feel like you've got this magical unicorn type of energy. You're tuned in, tapped into more. And I want to say that return to sender energy doesn't quite cut it, right? You're more of the buck stops here. I've got my own transformative powers. I've got that violet flame energy. I transmute that energy easily. I'm not going to send back muck to someone who's already suffering, right? Because deep down, we know that when somebody is sending you crap energy, it's because that's the way they feel, right? They don't, either that or they don't know any better, right? So you sending back that crap energy with velocity, right? And it hitting them is never going to help them get better and make the changes that they need to make as a soul who's trying to evolve, right? This person's just going through a hard time. Hurt people, right? And I feel like I'm talking to somebody who sees that very clearly. So it's like, no, no, no. So when that energy hits you, you're like, no, okay, let's transmute this energy. Let me ground it down. Let me ask spirit to kind of shield me the way I need to be shielded. We'll deal with that energy. We're not going to send it back to this person who already can't see straight, right? Because we know that somebody who's not seeing things from a good place is the only one that's going to send that nasty energy your way, right? So it's like, instead we say, Spirit, send them some help, help them heal, help them do what they need to do to get right so they can stop throwing this kind of negative energy around, right? You become part of the solution, not part of the problem. And I feel like that's where we're standing, right? I feel like there's a quiet communication that goes on between you and spirit. I feel like it's very, very clear. You know how to deal with jealous people who mouth off from the sidelines. You know how not to give them your energy, right? How to keep that communication open with spirit and just say, look, spirit, I need you to help me take care of this, right? It's having that very open line of communication between you and spirit, your guides, and your higher power, whatever that is for you, right? I feel like you've got a very clear, open dialogue between you and divine. So I want to say, you know, you can handle anything that comes in your direction. I feel like you know that. You can still stay happy. This person's energy, that green-eyed monster, you know, that envy, that jealousy, it doesn't have to affect your energy if it's being sent your way. You can really learn to kind of really transmute that energy or ground it down where it doesn't bother you. You can still shine in the process. You can still move forward and go where you need to go and be who you need to be, right? You can still stand in the flow of abundance, even if this is being tossed in your direction. I feel like I'm talking to a very powerful soul. And you might not be there yet, or you might be stepping into this energy. You might realize that this is where you want to start heading. You might start trekking in this direction. Yeah, for some of you, it is a transformative process, right? We're learning, we're growing, we're opening up to something new. So it's like I heard, say what? I don't have to send it back. No, you don't, right? I feel like a lot of the times when we send back that negative energy, when we know better, Spirit's like, hey, can we talk for a minute? It's like, you know, I noticed you sent that back and you know that you could have just grounded it instead. Is there a reason that we had to hurt that soul who was already hurting? It's like, because you know better, right? And spirit, when you know better, spirit expects you to do better. So now that you've heard this, you might have to make some necessary adjustments, right? It's not that big of an adjustment, right? And it's nothing you can't handle or nothing you haven't probably already thought of. But spirit just wants to put it out there. Yeah, there are people who, you know, they smile, they grin, and they bear it, but they're in this rainy day. They're stuck in the tears, right? They're stuck in hardship. They're green. They're envious because they see you shining. They see you're abundant. You just glow. You shine, and you fly from here to there, and nothing seems to be holding you down, right? When you think about someone sitting in this energy versus you standing in this energy, I think it's pretty obvious as to why there could be a jealousy, right? It's the way you move. It's the way you show up. Now, they could get there too. And maybe with a little bit of help and a little bit of time, they could get busy and start healing themselves, start balancing themselves out, right? I feel like what you're gifting them with is the opportunity to heal quicker versus bogging them down with the muck they're already sitting in, with the muck they're already laying in, right? I feel like it's beautiful energy. I want to say no worries if you were doing that return to sender type energy before. I want to say welcome to the new pack. It's like this is a new energy. We're kind of rising up the bar, raising that bar. People are stepping up onto that new platform of energy. And I kind of love it. I want to say welcome aboard because that's where you're heading. Brand new energy, a higher level of light coming in. And I want to say, I almost kind of feel like I'm being pulled towards the dragon cards. I feel like that's what's coming. They're going to try and sting. They're going to, you know, they may try more than once to get you, to hurt you. But I feel like you kind of see it for what it is. this is a hurt people situation, right? And I feel like when you clearly see that, you're like, I don't need to retaliate. Like, there's no reason for that. I feel like you've got this warm, nurturing, protective type energy. And I feel like you know how to protect yourself, one, you know how to nurture others. So you can send that loving, healing energy in their direction, even if they're sending you crap, right? I feel like you just know better. You know, in order to get to this place, you had to have once been standing in a place that kind of looked like where they're sitting. So there is a heart-based understanding there, or there could be, right? If you looked into that, you might understand where they're coming from. You know, they don't know that they don't have to drag you down to feel better. They can just focus on themselves. They just don't know that yet. They just haven't figured it out. It's like that's not the way you proceed forward. You don't have to tear people down to step on top of their head to get higher than them. That, you know, there's a better way. You can self-focus and recreate self, just like you did. You'll be leading by example, fitting into all these different spaces. You're going to, I want to say, wake up a lot of different souls, help them open up to seeing the truth. And it is a lead by example. Like I said, you're going to be out there shining in that abundance, and you're going to inspire others. You're going to trigger some and inspire some to become more. And all of it's actually helpful. I know it's like, I don't want to trigger people. I hate, you know, making people upset, but it is actually that key turn that they need to start doing the work to get on their healing journey so they can start rising as well, right? Sometimes, like I said before, it's a roundabout blessing for this person. They may get triggered and they may feel bad for a while, but I feel like they'll eventually see the truth of it and start putting in the work too, right? It's like, if you don't know, now you know what Spirit's vision is for, you know, every bit of it. It's like the good, the bad, the in-between. There's a reason for it all. I feel like you're rising to a higher level of energy or energetics when you don't bother to kind of lower yourself or stoop to a lower level. Your energy is able to stay very high. And where do we go from there, right? It's like we've risen to the highest we can go. Spirit opens up a new platform of energy, and that comes in, right? You've been clever enough to make it to the next platform of energy. Gorgeous, gorgeous. That's what's going on in the spiritual versus the physical. So it may look like things aren't working. People are just trying to cause trouble in your life. That's how it looks in the everyday world, right? In the 3D. But there's so much more going on a spiritual level, you know, learning-wise for that 3D experience, right? So that's what it is. It is what it is. All right, let's see. Yeah, this may be coming in very, very soon. But I feel like there's a lot of energy racing forward. All right, let's see what we've got here. All right, dragon energy. Let's see. All right, Spirit, we want to know what new energies are coming in for the collective here. All right, we have the Emerald Dragon. Brings in healing and cosmic abundance. Good fortune is coming. Let your thoughts support your divine perfection. Align with your fifth dimensional blueprint. Some of you could really be tapping in on a higher level. I want to say healing work has been done, or I'm seeing a check mark, a green check mark. So it's like, it's a go now. You can rise to a higher level. It's like once you allow some lower energies to fall to the wayside by healing those, really looking into those and really seeking that healing work. I feel like whatever those energies, that amount of energy that was occupying your physicality, when that moves to the wayside, it's like there's a big empty space. And you know, for Spirit, it can't be that way. It has to be filled. So it gets filled with higher energy, right? That's what's kind of going on here. So I feel like you could be completing some type of healing process. All right, we have a fire dragon. It says burns up the lower energies around you. I love this. You are safe and protected. Be determined and inspired. Clears your soul's pathway. Again, higher energy, higher platform. I love this. I feel like there's a new platform of energy opening up to the collective. And I feel like you could be stepping in on this wave of new energy, which I love. Let's see. Omega Dragon. Harness the divine feminine power of creation. Intention. Hold your vision. Birth the higher consciousness. That's what we're talking about. A higher level of divine energy coming down here. It takes a lot of nurturing energy. We could, well, we are getting ready to step into, you know, soon enough, a month of love. And I have felt that energy kind of flowing in a little earlier. So I can see the divine feminine nurturing type energy coming in now to help us while we kind of heal these wounds up, whatever these are, to put ourselves in alignment with this burning up the lower energies around us and stepping onto a higher platform of energy. So we have a crystal yellow dragon. It says opens you up to higher learning and wisdom. Yeah. So new platform of energy. And with that comes higher learning and wisdom. It says expand your crown chakra for illumination. Walk the higher spiritual path. So it's coming in. It's going to be available to anyone who wants to step on this level of ascension. Green dragon helps you tune into the secrets of nature. Receive answers and guidance from nature aligned with your divine essence. I want to say it has something to do with your authenticity, because I heard all natural, and that's kind of standing in your authenticity, right? It's being bare to the world, right? I feel like there is a sense of standing in your natural energy, and that comes with being in your authenticity. So I do kind of sense that that's what that is. If you are in a place in the world where you can get outside and enjoy that green energy, that may be very helpful. You know, if you're having a hard time throughout winter months and you're in winter season right now where it's pretty cold and, you know, it's a little darker than it's been, what I want to say is you can invoke that color energy for yourself. That may be helpful for you, bringing in certain colors or greenery, or having your computer screen backgrounds be lush and green, right? Pulling in that energy from that image or from the colors that you're wearing, right? You can be very conscious that way and bring in some new energy. We have the white gold dragon. It says connects you to the highest Christ light. Develop your chakras and bathe in ninth dimensional Christ light. So divine light coming in. I almost want to say it's burning away what's no longer serving. And I want to say it's making it very obvious to you what those things are. And I feel like that's very individual to each individual soul here, right? Anything else, Spirit? Earth and Fire Dragon works with you to clear the fifth dimensional ley lines. It says it's time for service. When you give, you receive. You could find yourself wanting to maybe offer up some help or service. It could be to those around you. It could be to a certain... what is that called? When you volunteer your time to certain things. Jeez, it's so hard to think outside of a channel. Forgive me. But that's what I want to say. Volunteer your energy to something. It could have something to do with cleanup or conservation in some way as well. All right, we have two more, and I feel like these are the one where I'm going to end it here. Archangel Gabriel's dragon. It says brings purification, self-discipline will speed ascension and bring joy. You can carry Archangel Gabriel's diamond. So diamond white light from Archangel Gabriel. So, and then we also have the blue dragon. This is one of my favorite ones. It says from the Pleiades, it says prepare to accept source healing. It says accept a heart activation and give and receive heart healing. I do feel like we started out with heart healing energy, and Spirit is saying that's the name of the game, right? So if you want to rise in this energy, it takes diving into the heart space and really pulling up things by the roots that no longer serve. When you do that, you make room to open up for divine light to flow in, right? There is no empty space. There's no such thing as empty energy space within us. So when we lighten our load, Spirit's like, wow, we've got so much room to pour in new energy to rise this soul higher than they've ever been before. And that's kind of what's coming in here. I love it. Fantastic energy. All right, let's see what we've got. So heart healings first, new energy coming in. All right, we're going to pull pull some of this here. Your initials, their initials, and any other messages that may get channeled through here. Let's see. If you don't see your initials, but you felt the message, no worries. Trust and follow your intuition. If something feels right for you, you'll know it. I want to say put that stock in your intuition. It's a lot more powerful. You're more powerful than you believe. All right. I heard something like right our wrongs. You could have someone, now I'm being kind of drawn back to the reading. It's like tethering back to the readings. You know, there's no telling where you are in that reading. You could be going through a healing process from that type of situation that we read about earlier, where people were trying to pull you down. They were trying to make you feel small because they couldn't rise themselves up, or they just didn't know that they could rise themselves up instead of just focusing on bringing you down to their level, right? You may get an apology coming in from that person. And I want to say, if this is going on right now, you're probably not getting that apology for a while. But I want to say for those of you who are further along in the energy, because everybody's on a different part of the journey or a different leg of the energy. So I want to say, if you've been through that and that's what kind of happened and you're kind of heading in the new direction, you've been doing the healing work, you're stepping into your power, right? You may be getting that apology very soon. From someone who tried to make you feel small, right? I hear the color blue and I hear the color green. And I hear that's all we have to say about that. So we're going to move forward. Something about the world. I heard Queen of the World or King of the World. So I don't know if this new energy makes you feel like you're on top of the world, or like it's like, this is my world, everybody else is just living in it. And I feel like that's a really great energy when, I guess when you're feeling really good about all you've accomplished or your accomplishments, right? It's like the world is my oyster. I can create anything. And I love that energy. I don't feel like it's in a negative sort of way at all, or I'm above people. I don't feel like that's the energy. It's just like high on life, really enjoying the energy. I just heard something about Krispy Kreme. I don't know if someone is indulging. I'm so jealous. I miss sugar. I really do. Yeah, I heard a Boston cream donut. It's like, oh my gosh. Okay. Enjoy. Please do enjoy. I don't know if you're buying them and sharing them with friends or family, or you're visiting someone and you're bringing something like that. And I heard post-surgery, and then I heard, yeah, I hear the aftermath. So it's like something about surgery or a surgical procedure. I heard, let me catch my breath. I don't know if it's just a lot of heavy energy. I heard something about, I'm sorry, I was kind of following the vision to see where it was going. It looked like someone in a hospital bed and then dealing with a whole bunch of heavy energy while they're trying to heal. So if this is you, I want to say everything's going to be fine. You just kind of have to see it through. And I feel like that's why I was being drawn through the experience itself. I normally view it from an outside perspective, like I'm looking in. It's like watching TV, right? It's kind of how the visions come. Every once in a while, I get pulled into it. So it's like pulled into the energy and then moving through it. So it's like that was Spirit's way of saying, you're going to be just fine. You just have to pull through. You just have to persevere. And once you get through that particular situation, things are going to start getting better. It comes with a healing process, and I want to say bigger than you might have imagined before. But nonetheless, it's really, really helpful for your forward movement. This might be a different type of healing. It's like on different levels. Now, the surgery or procedure could be different for everybody, but I do feel like things are going to be fine. It might take a little longer than you anticipated, but you will get through it just fine. heard pure torture, and it's like, yeah, I don't know if it's a painful one. I'm so sorry. Big hugs to you if this is a painful procedure. I feel like it's more than just physical. I feel like it's like mental or emotional. And I kind of feel like there are things kind of being stacked on top of the physical pain, right? Things that may have nothing to do with the surgery itself. Okay, let me pull out of that energy. It's a lot, but it's... I heard I just want to stay in bed. So I don't know if someone's... Yeah, I'm kind of hearing something about rejection. I don't know if somebody felt like they were rejected by... a future opportunity that they really wanted. They felt rejected by that energy, and they just want to lay in bed. They just want to lay in bed. I want to say big hugs to you if that's the case. I want to say for some of you, okay, I don't know if this is you or somebody that you could be dealing with. They think that you have turned them down when they didn't actually offer you an opportunity, right? It's like there was nothing to actually turn down. I don't know if I want to say it's miscommunication, but I feel like it's even worse than that. It's lack of communication altogether. It's like there was no communication, and so one perceives being rejected and goes with that energy. It's like I hear overthinker, so the overthinker assumes that's what's going on. If this is you, I want to say open your mind up to maybe communication with this person and really see for sure before you suffer through this defeated energy that might not be defeat after all, right? So that's for some. You know, if you notice that somebody is treating you a little differently, or they're kind of pushing you away, or they're angry with you, maybe you could try and communicate that if it's somebody you really want in your life, right? If it's somebody that you're not interested in, you know, you can create distance there. But I feel like this would be someone that you would want to create some level of connection with, or you already have some level of kind of connection, but just I want to say the communication's not good. So maybe work on that communication if it's something you want, right? All right, we're going to hop in here and see what we've got. No, I want... Ooh, something was stuck to my nail, but it dropped. All right, what do we have here? Oh, I love this. Okay. I heard it's just a phase. Or, okay, so for some, there's a situation here where someone is going through, I want to say acting out because they're suffering with some heart-based issues, some level of toxicity, right? So that could be for someone. Oh, my mom went to her doctor's appointment. I apologize if you can hear my dog crying in the background. Let me see if I can call him down. I'm so sorry. Give me 1 second. Dobby, come here, baby. Come here, sweetie pie. Oh gosh. Okay. Oh, you can't come see me. What happened? Okay. I'll get it. Okay. Okay, you don't need to be sad. Granny will be back, baby. Hold on. Let me give you a little treat. Here. Eat your treat and then be the goodest boy so mommy can finish the reading. Oh my. Okay, I'm sorry. Hopefully that wasn't too long. I don't normally edit, so you'll probably hear it. Okay. Okay. Let's get back into the channel here. So there's some level of toxicity going on here, and it's a phase someone's going through. They've got this heart-based thing going on where they're just feeling a little lower than they should, or they may be kind of taking it out on you or creating distance. I want to say you could offer up to hear them out if they want to talk. I feel like the majority of them just need their own time to kind of figure it out on their own, right? Someone may also be fighting feelings for you. They may think that the way that they're connected to you is toxic, or it could be toxic, or they're fearful that it might become toxic. But I feel like it's just a phase. There's just a little bit of time in between, a couple moons, I wanted to say, a couple full moons. So it could have been a while, or it could be a while before you talk to this person. This could have started around Christmas time. For some, this person has wanted to knock on your door. It's like maybe they have tried a couple times. They could have tried up to 4 times to knock on your door or communicate with you or come closer to you, or they've wanted to. It's like, and then maybe they kind of decided against it, or they chickened out, or whatever you want to say, right? It's like they know there's something with you, with that fish there. There's something abundant that could come from a situation with you. I feel like it's a dream that they have to have something with you. This could all be the same person. This could be somebody who was just going through their growing pains, right? Trying to figure out what it is they wanted, who they actually were, and then on top of it, feeling a really big heart-based connection and kind of connected to you, right? I don't know if the two of you are on different levels spiritually, and then you were maybe looking a lot more healed and this person was triggered by it. Could be for some. But I feel like there's a lack of communication, 1. And 2, I feel like the heart-based connection has been bigger than, I want to say, maybe you felt it and you thought they didn't feel it. But I feel like the reason they kind of pushed back was because they did feel it. It was really, really heavy or really scary, or the connectedness was something more, right, than they had experienced. So I feel like it became a thing that was kind of feared. I do feel like this could be coming to an end, all of the stress, the toxicity about it, with some open communication, which could be coming soon. They could try again very soon. This might be a new phase of the energy is what I'm hearing. I feel like they wanted to before Christmas or around Christmas, and now they're coming back, probably around about now. So if that's for you, it's for you, right? As always, I'm just the reader. I can't tell you what is for you and what is not. You have to feel that for yourself. I just let you know what's coming so you can make a well-informed decision about what you want for yourself, right? All right, collective, that is what I have for you all. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one.